Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Farm Thinking Right out here in my lab, and I'm in another book, Mysteries of Isis. Oh, we rolling right now. We working on different traditions. I gave you the first one, the Anuian. Now I'm gonna take you through the Memphite tradition. That's right. This is gonna be fun. This is classroom time. The teacher's on his duty. Let's rock. Right is a 25 rule to live by storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I asked the question: do you know you? You well when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to Maya be true. Right thinkers, we on the path of wisdom to immortality. This is Mystery of Isis. Her job is to get you to have what we call self-realization, immortality, and enlightenment. So these are the things that you need to know if you're on that path. I'm teaching for those who are on this path. Now we're going to take the concept of the Memphite tradition. I showed you the last time we did the Anuians. Now let's do the Memphite. They wasn't big, popular, okay? But in Memphis, they found the Shabaka stone, and personally, Ptah, the self-created God, one of my favorites because the concept that he created everything from his heart to his mind to uttering it into existence. So I pretty much like his style. He's the manifester, all right? He's the craftsman. He's the one that builds. He's the one that makes. So he's the final result of the Trinity of God. Let's talk about it. The mystery, I'm talking, I just showed you, we're going to do now is called the Memphite tradition, but it's called Shetaut, meaning the study of the hidden God of Menefer, okay? And the god is Ptah. His family, the royal family, is Ptah, Sekhmet, and Nefertim. Who the hell are them? See, they not the popular ones. The main popular one is when I get to him, Asar. You're gonna know that one, but this is the one that's the offshoots, and everybody did their thing to go over to what know thyself with different philosophical concepts, and all of them was geared to do one thing: get you to know yourself, and God is one. So let's start with this one. The mystery teachers, this is what they taught in the Memphite traditions. They are related to the Neterus, known as the family, royal family, Ptah, Sekhmet, Nefertim. He's the one that sits on the lotus flower. Okay, he's supposed to be the perfect one. And everything is symbolical, right? The Greeks saw this with his hand to his mouth as the meaning, shut up. Okay, they misunderstood that gesture. Okay, they did a lot of that with our symbolical stuff. They misread and misinterpreted this symbolism, and they took it, and all of a sudden, everybody here, amen, so more to be. Sorry about that. Get back. All right. But this they taught the family, which is Ptah, Sekhmet. Now, Sekhmet, in her own right, was a bad girl. She's the one you see with the lion's head. Okay. This is her right here. She got the lion's head, and the sun just represents Ra and Uranus. She's one of the most powerful of all the female gods. I'm going to give you a nice lesson with all the female goddesses. They had a bad thing going too. So this is the tradition from the Memphite concept. But Ptah, Sekhmet, and Nefertim with the royal family. But the myth and the philosophy of these divinities all constitute the Memphite theology. The Memphites didn't give a crap about the Anuian or the Thebans. They did their thing with no competition. My God bigger than your God. They had different denominations for the God that they served. Their God was Ptah. But this temple they served and its related temples, again, they all work together, espouse the teachings of creation and human origins and the path to spiritual enlightenment. All of them was taking you there. Okay? Purpose of religions. By means of what? The spiritual being, the supreme being, in the form, this form is the God Ptah and his family, who composed of the Memphite Trinity. It tells how Ptah emerged from the primeval oceans and how he created the universe by his will and the power of thought, his mind. The gods and goddesses, hence, that's why the concept of God being spirit and consciousness. Ptah represents just that. Okay? He goes from spirit to matter, and he do it all consciously. The gods and goddesses who are his thoughts. Ra emanations. Ptah, he uses his thoughts, his minds, and his thoughts, God and goddesses, the Pa'ute, what's he getting at with Pa'ute? Here we call them God, that's the Ogdo. They got the 8 gods, they call the Ogdo, excuse me. And their gods, they ain't got the pictures here, but the males was frog and the females was serpents. What the hell's going on there? Yeah, that's ancient symbolism. Okay, moving on, but that's what it was. You see, what the what? Yeah, they call it Ogdo. Where we at? And being the family, but the gods and goddesses, his thoughts, God and goddesses, watch this. And his thoughts go to form what we know, which is the elements of nature. I'm gonna got them for you right over here. I'm gonna break it down for you 1 minute. And they call it what we know to be the cosmic forces, like Lucas, Star Wars. Luke used the force. Yoda taught him how to use what? The forces of nature. He was the master of how to control nature within himself. Okay? Tucker picked the spaceship up, set that thing on the side. He was the man. But it showed you, they were showing you what our ancients was doing a long time ago. He told you that he got it from there. And he been killing them with it. All right? New generation. He even got another Yoda. Yoda died. Last warrior. They got my man, that little guy, little baby Yoda. I forget his name, but yeah, he's funny. But he got the force that maintain nature. That's what maintains nature. The force. All elemental forces. Air for us to breathe. Water for us to nurture the plants, the earth. You got heaven up top, and you got earth that we walk on, and the spirit that's within us. Sekhmet, his spouse. She also had a powerful temple system. She had a nice following too of her own, and that related to the Memphite teachings. And the same is true for her son Nefertim. I studied all of them, so I know them all. But this is the family. This is what I call the quiet family. They didn't raise much fuss. Nefertim's the pure one. He knows when to speak, when not to speak. He knows what's going on by paying attention. He's the one that's observant. Okay, like us for the first 7 years, we're Nefertim. We're sitting back, we're watching, we're taking in, we're observing, we're checking stuff out. In the meantime, we're starting to emulate our identity with it ourselves from just doing that. Okay, that's called learning. All right, and now the cosmology of Shetaut Menefer. Break it down right quick. The city of Hetekapata. Het means house of Ptah. Okay, that's the town that they lived. They call it that. But you had the netters of creation, and watch this. They all had the same thing. The netters of creation, the company of the gods and the goddesses. Netter, netteru, one god, then the rest. Netter, plural, one. Netteru, the rest. That one netter, we call him or her Nebercha, the all-encompassing netter. That's Amun. That's the hidden one. The mystery to everything is to find Amun. Where? Inside you. He ain't up high. He ain't down low. No, he's inside you. And that was the whole journey of the psycho-spiritual journey of life, to become conscious of who you are. They say remember, I say no. We different there, but I get it. I understand it. When you understand something, okay, but you can still have your opinion and have your reason for not looking at it from a perspective that they want you to. I see it from my perspective. That's all. Moving on. But the virtue, he's represented by Amun. Who's Amun? Amen. Whatever y'all want to say. He represents the unseen, the hidden, the mysterious one, the ultimate witness. We call it God. But he's ever present. He's a supreme being. He's beyond duality, meaning before parent came in, he was the singular one. That's who he is, the virtue. And he is what? He's beyond duality and description. Okay, uncomprehendable. So you have to just let it be and go with the flow. His Ptah and Sekhmet, they led to the Noon. Remember Noon? The Noon rises the boat with Ra on it. A boat that don't sail on the water. What is that? Moving on. But the Noon, primeval waters, where everything was happening but nothing was going on. Okay? Unformed matter. Noonet. Opposite of that, again, you got Maya. Everything has the opposite. Noon, the opposite is Noonet. The heaven, creation, formed matter. See, two different concepts, but they work together. Then you got Hue. Hue represents boundlessness, meaning everywhere. Hue Het means boundaries. These are all philosophical laws and principles that they live by. Hue Kuk means darkness. Kuket means light. Again, in the Ra concept, Apep represents darkness, or Set represents darkness, Haru or Ra represents light. Depending where you're at, what they're using it for, everybody uses it metaphorically, philosophically different. But these are all elements of nature. That's what I'm trying to show you. And the last one, Amen. Hidden. Amenet. Manifest. When we die, we're supposed to go to a place called Amenta. That's Amon's wife. That's the holding space. Conceptually, again, see, everybody had an opposite. That represents that. That's the Memphite tradition. Again, they royal family, well, it wasn't too well known, so everybody really big up on them. So let's talk about the next one. That's the Memphite tradition. Oh, the Theban tradition. Y'all probably know less about them, so let's talk about them right quick. The Theban tradition. Shetaut Amun. Okay. Now, the president got a cabinet, right? Where he got his people. This is where he got it from. This is Amun. This is Mut, his wife. And this is Kansu, his son, the moon god who Tahuti won 5 days to make the kids be born, but another lesson. But this is his family, right? But this is his cabinet. If you look at the headdress real close, you see the headdress of Amsu with the erect penis. You see the headdress of that's like Aset, the crown. You see my man Tahuti, the bird head right there. You see Mayat with the feather up there. This is my girl, Meher. We're about to find out about her too. She's the royal, the regal one with the headdress, the cow horn. She's a cow, but she got all the regalia. She got the sun disc and the 2 horns, plus the 2 plumes coming out of here, like my man Amun, the tombstones. I call them the 10 Commandments, the plates that Moses came down from Mount Sinai with. That's where he got that from. All right, what we got there? He got 15 crew. That's outside right there. Who we got next to him? That's Haru. Then you got Anubis. Who's that? Oh, then you got Het Haru. Anubis again, and then we ended up with here, Nethet. Those are all aspects of your character. And Amun carries all of them. That's the difference. Let's talk about the Theban Shetaut Amun. The mystery teachings of the Western tradition, we call it Thebes, are related to the Netherrealm known as Amun. His wife is Mut. Now, Mut represents the vulture, okay? The ultimate mother who would do anything for her children, okay? The ultimate protector, the ultimate sacrifice she made for her kids. And her son was Kansu. He's the guy with the prince lock on the side of his head. He was considered the moon god. Okay, he got into a game of Senate with Tahuti and lost 5 days of the moon. That's how the story go. But these is all Amun's cabinet, all his crew. When he rode, that's how he rode. Okay, he rode deep. Okay, this is him with just the family. This is them at home by themselves. Amun with the tall plumes. Okay, then you got Moot with the vulture headdress and the double plumes, and then you got this son with the dreadlock right there. Okay, he's the prince. Okay, they didn't make it too big either. Why? Because within their confines, they was cool right there. They didn't branch out and good like everybody else, so they wasn't too well famous. But they all have a story of their own. They all have identity that you can learn and put them into your character and aspect of your personality that'll work for you. Trust me. All right. But now you got Moot Kansu. This temple and it related the temple espoused and taught the teachings of creation as human origins to the path of spiritual light. Again, everybody was on the path of spiritual enlightenment, but by the means of the supreme being in this form, the god Amun, okay, or Amun Ra. It tells how Amun and his family, the Trinity, Amun, Mut, and Kansu, managed the universe along with his company of God. I just told you the cabinet. All right, God and goddesses. But this temple, and you notice, Set wasn't in there. Okay, I wanted to point that out. I'm going to get that in. But Kansu, Mut, Amu, Mut, and Kansu, they managed the universe along with their company of gods and goddesses. This temple became very important when, in the early part of the new era, so they pretty much that's new concept. So they did their thing. I showed you the family. That was them. All right, I'm gonna shut it down because I got two of them in. Next one I want to do for the ladies. Okay, I want to give them their own due. So I'm getting their own lesson highlighted. So we're gonna do about that in a second. So right thinkers, this is where I have my fun at. Just teaching, putting it out here. Hope you understand it. Try to break it down so it makes some kind of sense to you. But you gotta follow along. It's a process. Stay with me. I'll be back here again tomorrow doing some more. But right now, I'm going to close out and let you know for all my right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who now understand the Memphite and the Theban traditions have passed away. I'll be right back with the goddesses tradition.